In signing this contract, we agree to never speak again. Those were the words I said to my best friend in the 4th grade. You may be asking, William, what is this all about? Well, today I'm telling you the story of my elementary school love triangle. So, as you could probably guess, the story takes place in 4th grade. This story involves me, my best friend Jeffrey, and my female best friend Jenna. Okay, so at this time, we all went to a school called Brantwood Elementary. And at this school, we all had the same class and we sat at the same table. So, basically, me and Jeffrey go to lunch, and I point Jenna out. I'm like, hey bro, that's my ex-girlfriend. Now, for context, me and her quote-unquote dated in the 3rd grade, but I don't count anything before 5th. But yeah, I tell Jeffrey that, and this motherfucker has the audacity to go,
whoa, she's pretty cute.
You know, and since I obviously still liked her, I was like, what did you just say? And then he said,
Huh? Nothing, bro.
And then that was really it for a couple weeks. Or at least that's what I thought. Turns out, homeboy Jeffrey was spitting game to Jenna behind my back. Now, as a 15-year-old, I could care less, but back then this was a big deal. Because this was my boy. He just betrayed me. It was then I knew what I had to do. I had to win over sweet baby thing Jenna. Now, I decided to go find her at recess and impress her the way, most boys my age impressed people. By going as high as I could and jumping at the very top of the swings. Now, did this work? No, because, dude, I was an ugly kid. That's just what it is. I was ugly. Nah, that wasn't the reason. But, I was an ugly kid, as you can see. What the fuck was that bowl cut? I had a phase of cutting my hair. I don't know why. But, me and Jeffrey being best friends, we make everything a competition. So, we started trying to one-up each other and trying to get with Jenna. One day, I brought her a flower. This man, Jeffrey, bought her a full bouquet of flowers. It was so funny because I watched it happen and Jenna was just like,
Oh, thanks, Jeffrey, but I actually gotta go.
And you may be asking, how did she respond to your flower, Will? Well, honestly, she didn't.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
And that was kinda it, at least for a couple days, because, my fragile little kid ego was bruised. That was until childhood me had a stroke of genius. I was gonna write Jenna her very own song. Or that's what she would have thought. For a little bit of context, at the time I was really into Minecraft, but I think everyone back then was into Minecraft. It was blowing up everywhere with kids, teens, adults, everybody. Everybody loved Minecraft back then. But, do you guys remember Thanksia? If you don't, he made a bunch of Minecraft parodies, and I took one of those parodies and tried to say it was mine, and I tried to sing it to her in front of everyone at recess. And, it sounded about as good as a 9-year-old who doesn't remember the lyrics to the song they're trying to sing could sound. I sounded like trash. That's just what it was. I sounded like trash. And apparently, for Jeffrey, this was the straw that broke the camel's back. He came up to me and he was like,
Really, Will? A song? Seriously?
So I was like, yeah, a song. What are you gonna do about it? And thus started
The Great Pussy Brawl!
And obviously in our heads, this is what we thought we looked like. But in reality, we just looked sad. And then, obviously a teacher saw us and broke us up. And, us being best friends, we were like, hey man, I'm sorry. Bros before hoes?
Bros before hoes, bro.
Now, did this stop our little feud? No, of course not. Are you crazy? We both still wanted her. But now I think it's time for Act 2. So, fast forward a couple weeks later. At this point, me and Jeffrey have mostly forgotten about this. But guess who hasn't? Jenna. So, Jenna proceeds to have me and Jeffrey perform tasks to, well, win over her love. Mind you, she wasn't into either of us. In her words, she liked to be chased. Now, I don't remember exactly what we had to do, but I do remember me hating every second of it. Like, I've always been bigger, and all the stuff she had us do was super physical, so, it was hard on me. I remember one day specifically, me and Jeffrey had gotten done doing one of the challenges, and we couldn't decide who had won, so me and him had started arguing about it. So, this argument had gotten so heated, it was just going back and forth, that we decided that we weren't gonna talk ever again. So, me and Jeffrey had went back to class, and we ended up sitting down together and writing this stupid little contract. And what the contract had read was, in signing this contract, we agreed to never speak again. So then we kind of looked at each other and we were like, are you sure about this? We both nodded and signed the contract. And after that, we didn't really talk for a while. And by a while, I mean like 3 days. Dude, we were kids. We didn't care about no contract. That was my best friend. Obviously, no contract is gonna stop me from talking to him. So obviously, after those couple of days, me and him started hanging out again. But little did we know, Jenna was watching us. And one day, we were talking about candy bars. For some context, when I was younger, I ate these candy bars called Skinny Cows. So, Jenna heard me say Skinny Cow and walked up all angry saying,
Are you guys talking about other girls behind my back?
So obviously me and Jeffrey were like, what? No, it's a candy bar. But she was just not having it. She wanted to know who Skinny Cow was. And we didn't know what to tell her. We were like, honestly, it's a candy bar. And with that, she just kind of huffed and walked off, and we didn't really talk to her for a little while after that. I imagine she was kind of mad because she didn't believe us, but, it is what it is. But yeah, that's really all the story is. We started hanging out again after that, and everything was good. But before I end off the story, might I add, me and Jenna dated 2 years ago, so checkmate, Jeffrey. I win. Oh yeah, and obviously, I feel like I shouldn't have to say this, but Jenna and the rest of us aren't like this anymore. We were kids and we were dumb back then, so we were a lot different than we are now. Jenna's one of my greatest friends, and it's taken a lot of work to get where we are now. I'm proud of the friendship that we have, and same with Jeffrey. But is there a moral to this story? Yeah. Don't chase a girl that doesn't seem interested in you. I feel like that's pretty obvious, but yeah. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. This video has been like a week in the making, so if you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be doing more stuff like this eventually. Peace out, and bye-bye.